guys, welcome back to Clevver Music. Misty here, and Aly and AJ have stopped by to talk to us about their new group, 78VIOLET, along with their new single, Hothouse, the music video of their new album, what it will sound like, and what it's like coming back after 5 years away.
Wow, I think for AJ and I, it's been definitely a journey. I mean, for us, we kind of wanted to take this time, this 5 years, to really be able to understand who we are as artists now. You know, when you look back, I think on your childhood, you see how many things you liked that you don't like now, or music that changes. Obviously, we all know that. And I think for me and AJ, we really had a huge time frame that we just wanted to really be able to use to absorb kind of all of the art that was inspiring us, the music that was inspiring us, the relationships, the friendships, the life experiences that we were able to kind of put into this record. And when we went into it, you know, we definitely had very open minds and open hearts to it. Working with David Kahn was a huge honor for us, just because he's such a legend as a producer. And I think just musically, we really wanted to be able to give the fans something that was definitely still us. You know, we hadn't changed as people, who we really are in our core, but I think the music definitely went in a different direction, as you guys can hear. And it's not quite as pop. I think it's a little bit more alternative, a little bit more indie. But it still has, you know, our kind of our signature sound as sisters.
What is the new influence, inspiration?
I think for us, we really kind of wanted to tap into the music that inspired us just growing up. A lot of music from the 60s and 70s was kind of the music that we just gravitated towards as artists. So I think that you can tell there's a little bit of that style within the song. You know, being able to use a lot of strings and horns, that was a huge part of this record. We both played on a lot of it as well. It's definitely more piano-based than I think a lot of our other albums have been.
It's important to note that you guys really did this yourselves, and the music video you guys produced yourselves, and I think that that's kind of a trend that we're seeing, is all these artists sort of doing the behind the scenes and the producing element. So what are maybe the pros and the cons of that?
I think the pros are that you have that kind of first-hand look at everything. It's very much what you want, what you foresee, and you're kind of the person that's dominating it a little bit, where you can just kind of go, all right, that is what I want. I feel like this is, you know, an element that we need in the video, and we're kind of the ones that are able to kind of be the boss of it. Yeah, but at the same time, I think, I guess the biggest con would be to do stuff so independently on your own that it maybe doesn't get the attention that it could get if it was done through a huge company or a label totally.
Can you do us a favor? Can you tell us titles for the album? What are you thinking about? Is there an official word on that?
Release date?
You know, release date we don't know yet.
No, not yet.
But album, you know, album artwork has kind of been something that we've been working on. The single artwork is like officially finished as of like today, which is really neat. And you know, the title, for a while we were thinking maybe we just self-title it, but then we were like, no, I really love records that kind of have that one word that sums up what that album is about. And honestly, we've kind of thrown it around, and we think that Hothouse is kind of that song for us that really
it does sum up the whole record.
That really sums up the record.
Which is why we decided that would be kind of the first song as an introduction to 78VIOLET. It makes sense that, oh yeah, this kind of sums up everything we've done on this record, and why not name 78VIOLET Hothouse? It just felt natural and just felt right.
Thanks. I got chills.
Yeah, same. And aside from Hothouse, any other tracks you guys can share with us?
Yeah.
Maybe you're excited for people to hear.
Probably one of my favorites that's really personal to me would be a song called 8 Hours, which is about a very long distance relationship that took place in England and then California. It was a very kind of interesting relationship, but lasted for a long time, and he's a dear friend of mine, and it was just a song that just completely flew naturally. We wrote it probably in a half hour, and it just was completely right, and just was everything about the relationship that was summed up into a song.
You had started it. You started it, and then you kind of brought it to me, and then we ended up finishing it and co-writing it with Guy Sigsworth, who was the second half of Frou Frou. So it definitely has like a really great kind of European influence to the sound, which kind of is perfect since
for the subject
he was from London.
What about you, a favorite song?
A favorite song, I would say, I really love this song called Boy. It was actually the first record that we recorded for the album. And it was kind of our test run with David. We ended up coming out to New York and just doing one song with him, and that was the song that he was like kind of really drawn to, and he was like, I really want to work on this. I want to see kind of how our creation is together, and that song I think just is very personal to me and AJ as well, and I think it kind of sums up. I mean, it being called Boy, I think kind of sums up what a lot of us females kind of end up coming out of a relationship realizing that we were with a boy and not really a man.
We're really excited to hear that one. Are there any collaborations that you can either tease or let us know are confirmed?
There's actually no collaborations as an artist that has joined a track with us. We would love to do that in the future. I think this record, being that we haven't had music out in so long, it felt really right to just be Aly and I and us only. Yeah. And also sometimes I feel like some artists maybe collaborate as a little bit of like let's get someone else's name on there, whereas Aly and I was kind of like, no, let's just be really bare and it's just us. You know what I mean? There's no one else really involved, you know, with anything. But when it comes to writing, we did work really closely with Mikey Einziger, who's the lead guitar player of Incubus. He's been a dear friend for years, and
a dream.
He is awesome, so talented, and we actually wrote Hothouse together and a couple other songs.
Is that why you guys went with 78VIOLET, or can you just talk about that quickly?
I think us going with a new band name just to kind of represent us was even more than us just wanting to be known as individuals, and also kind of really let, I think, our audience know and our fans know that we take both of our careers incredibly seriously, and they're not just one thing, you know, melded together. We really, truly, at the end of the day, wanted to find a voice and a name for the voice that becomes this other third person when we sing together, and we wanted to find some sort of a feminine description of who that is. And when we were kind of thinking of names, you know, Violet was something that was really really strong for us as a color and as an emotion, and just something very poignant for us in our lives. And 78 had its special meanings to both of us that you know, I think we'll always kind of hold close to our hearts. So you were able to find that other member, or that other third mysterious member that isn't seen on stage, but you hear her when it's the two of us singing.
Thank you guys so much again
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Thank you.
Yes,
We
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.